The reason I'm sending you this quick video message today is because I have learned that I am going to be facing a medical challenge, and I want to tell you about it personally rather than for you to kind of hear it out there on the grapevine. Yesterday, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. This has followed about 3 weeks of exploratory testing that started actually with something totally unrelated. It started with a shoulder injury, and an MRI from the shoulder injury led to this discovery. So the bad news is I'm going to have to deal with this lung cancer. The good news is it's stage 2, which means it's treatable. And that's very important, and that's the reason for my optimism at this particular point. In an MRI, it was found that there was a mass in my left lung, which showed up rather incidentally. That set in motion then a series of meetings with doctors that eventually led to my going to a pulmonologist who did a bronchoscopy. That's where they stick a camera down your throat and take a look at your lungs, visually inspect your lungs. And they saw that this mass was in fact there in my left lung. They then did biopsies in which they took samples of the tissue from the lung and sent those to the labs to make some definitive conclusion of whether or not this mass was malignant. Unfortunately, the biopsy reports came back yesterday and show that the mass is malignant and that it has spread to a nearby lymph node. And that's what makes it a stage 2 cancer and makes it a little more important, or very important, that we jump on it right away and find a treatment plan and deal with this issue. So I have been in the hands of these pulmonologists. I've been turned over to the oncologist down at CHI Memorial Hospital in Chattanooga. They are developing a treatment plan for me, which will include some combination of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. It might be one of those, it might be any two of those, could even be all 3 of those. These oncologists will go over that plan with me then next week, and we'll get started on the treatment. So I just wanted to let you know about this. So I have this cancer diagnosis. On the other hand, it's a treatable cancer, and we're going to jump in immediately and let some combination of the good Lord and medical science solve this problem. So let me make these important points I want to make to you personally. You're my partners in the work here at Lee, which I consider the most important thing in my life, other than my family and my faith. You know that. So you're important to me, and I didn't want to let you just not hear about this without hearing from me. Let me make these points. 1, I'm feeling fine, and I am actually in excellent physical condition, except for this problem. And so I'm in good health. I'm feeling fine. I have no pain, and I'm not sick, and everything, all is well in that regard. Secondly, I want to say that the people at CHI Memorial are top-notch. Their oncology unit is one of the best in this region, and I've done a lot of research in these last 3 weeks, and I'm really confident that I'm in the hands of a good team. So I have decided not to go to Vanderbilt for this treatment, and because I just don't think there's anything to gain at Vandy, and so I'm going to do the treatment right here in Chattanooga at CHI Memorial Hospital. Thirdly, they tell me that the cancer has been caught early enough that it is treatable and a full cancer-free recovery is possible. That's really, really important, and that's the outlook. Fourthly, let me say, I'm determined to do whatever this plan calls for, and absolutely confident that we're going to have a positive outcome. So I'm not so stupid that I would be cavalier in the presence of cancer. We all know that's a serious issue, but I also want you to know that I'm really confident this is going to turn out all right. My spirits are very, very high and very good, and I'm just eager to get on with this and get into this problem and get it solved. Fifth, in the meantime, I'm going to try my best for this not to affect my work, and really it shouldn't affect my work. I don't know exactly what this is going to be like, but I do know this, that I plan to stay on the job throughout this process, and we have an excellent team here, and there's no part of our work going forward in the next year at Lee, finishing up as president in these next few days, but also the work of chancellor and the very important work of the engineering startup. All those things that I had planned to do during this next school year, I do not believe this is going to slow me down. And with God's help, I believe that I'm going to be able to get the job done without this is temporary, and I believe that through this temporary period, good people are going to come around me. We're going to get the work done, and we'll come out on the other side of this episode. Sixth, I want to say, I'm going to lean on the Lord. Now, that's easy to say. Sometimes it's hard to do, but I'm going to lean on the Lord, and I really believe in all my heart that I'm in His hands. I could tell you so many things about the timing of this whole diagnosis, the unlikely way in which this was discovered, all of which makes Darlie and me believe that God has us in His hands and is now going to see us through this process to a positive outcome. So pray for us. Pray for me, pray for Darlia, pray for Stephanie, pray for all of our team around here that are going to be dealing with us on a day-to-day basis. We welcome your prayers. We need your prayers. And let me say, I believe in your prayers. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you this way. Thanks so much for your friendship. God bless.